Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Awakening Her podcast. How are you doing today, my friend? I'm so excited to be here with you. Thank you for welcoming me into your earbuds or into the speaker or into the car with you, walking the dogs, whatever you're doing. I am so happy you're here. Welcome. If you are new to the show, hey, my name is Talia Joy. I have over 10 years experience as a coach, healer, intuitive, and I am somebody who is deeply passionate about helping people to reconnect with themselves, to personally transform, to manifest, to create what is on their heart, but doing it from a very aligned and grounded place so that you're not burning out, you're not overextending yourself, you are steadily moving forward toward deeper purpose, toward deeper abundance, deeper meaning in your own personal transformation. So, hey, hello, welcome. This is my cozy corner of the internet, and I'm just really happy again that you're here today. So, this episode is a really good one. It is really what's been coming through me lately in the theme of the last few episodes and the deeper lessons we are all learning about looking after ourselves. It's about grounding down to rise up. It's about how your energy is your greatest asset and how really your energy is, as we've been talking about, the foundation of everything that you are. So we're taking this conversation deeper. It's not just about what you do or how productive you are or even how many visions you have on your heart. It's not about what you accomplish. It's your energy. Your energy is what you bring into everything that you do. And I know you've been on quite the healing journey, the moving forward journey, the doing scary things or facing scary things or healing scary things. I know you've been going through it, and now is the time where we bring it all in together. And it's really about looking after yourself on a deep level. It's about nurturing yourself and then taking that energy and nurturing your dreams, nurturing the goals you have, nurturing your health, really doing it from that place. So this is what we're talking about today. This is going to help you move forward faster than anything else. And just take it from me. And I know you as well, right? You're experienced in this, but I am very experienced in doing a lot of fucking things and either completely burning out, not feeling internally like I'm where I want to be or moving forward, or just doing all the things and not really feeling like I'm moving forward. And this was because the whole time, my energy is my greatest asset. Your energy is your greatest asset. So if you're doing all the things, but you're exhausted and you're uninspired and it doesn't feel in integrity, you're not lit up, you're just exhausted, you're not taking your vitamins, you're not moving your body, this is not sustainable long term. So in this episode, we're going to talk about it, and I'm here to always help you to bring those big visions and goals into your life in a way that's sustainable and that lights you up. So you get to be excited with every day that you get to live in your life. So let's do this. This is so important. But before we do, to any locals on Vancouver Island on the west coast of Canada, I know most of you are international, but any locals, I am now hosting meditation circles, live in-person classes. Bring your mat, lay down, leave more connected to yourself. It is in the Mid-Island area. You can check the link below if you are local and want to see where it is, what it is, details, all that. I cannot wait to just help you to touch base with yourself. Remember who you are as you go through this busy life, this busy summer, everything that you're doing. So you can check that below if you are local. And for everybody else, come over, find me on Instagram. If we are not already friends, you can, check out what I'm doing daily. I'm posting all the reels, all the stuff. It also has the links to everything that I'm doing. And if you have not yet checked out my book, it is going to be one of your favorite guides for personal transformation. And it is called The Delicate Art of Transformation. So we take the process, the mind-boggling process of the butterfly, how it turns from a caterpillar into a butterfly. And we use that as a guide of the book, the process you go through, following my story, tools, techniques, messages that will help you to move through, to really actually make it rooted in real life so that you're moving forward. Similar to, everything I do and what this show is, we take these big concepts, we break it down so that you're moving forward as you're reading the book. It's a beautiful book and guide that I know is going to help you in your journey. That is also below, as well as other things if you are interested in more, including mentorship. But with that, let's just take a deep breath and dive into this episode because it's going to be so good and so nourishing. So take a deep breath with me. Drop your shoulders, maybe take a sip of water, and let's do this. right, so when I record a podcast, what I've learned is I can't just sit down and force it. Even if I know what I want to talk about, I cannot come in the wrong energy. If I'm rushed, if I'm distracted, if I'm annoyed, if I'm hungry, if I'm, over caffeinated, it's not the right time to record. And I'm not just telling you this randomly. This is something that I have learned through my business, but also applied it to my life. So I've tried to do that. I've tried to do it where in my life, 10 a.m. on Monday, that's my time, but the house has been crazy with kids, or, I just got off a client call and I'm really hungry, or something else is going on, I'm in pain, or I'm not feeling well. I've tried to force those days. There have been so many times recording, you guys, where I've recorded like 35, 40 minutes and just stopped and gone, nope, I'm deleting this whole thing. Like the energy was not right. So there have been lots of times where I hit record and feel like I'll just deal with it. I'll just figure it out. Record for 40 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, throw it out. And that is not because the information was bad or the episode was out of integrity or something else happened. It's not that the message wasn't important and what I was saying probably would have been fine, but the energy wasn't there. The energy wasn't flowing. It wasn't alive. I didn't feel inspired. I didn't feel connected to the words that I was saying. So now what I do is before I record, I create space. I always create space. And ideally, depending on what's going on with my family, who's in the house or whatever, I sit in the morning sun and you could call it meditation. I just breathe. I put my face to the sun. I let myself get quiet. I allow ideas to come forward. Or if I already know what's on my heart, I ask what needs to be said if I'm unsure. So I do that and I literally just sit there. And to me, it's downloading. It's getting inspired. Inspired is in spirit. So as things start to come forward or something's really relevant for me, or there's been a theme with clients this whole past week and I'm like, oh my God, I got to make an episode about this. Whenever it starts coming forward, in my best way, or the best way I can describe it, is it starts to crystallize. The inspiration starts to become clear, where I start to go, yeah, okay, that's what I'm going to record. And so as I do that, I then sit asking, where do I need to, for me, and I won't go all into the creative process, but I'm like, where do I want to start and where do I want to take them? What do I want people to walk away feeling or being inspired by? Is it about tools? Is it about inspiration? What is the intention here? And as all of that starts to crystallize, I am sitting in the sun. I am looking at my flowers. I'm noticing a hummingbird come and hover right in front of me. So as it starts to crystallize at a certain point when I'm like, okay, there it is, it's landed, I'll take out my phone, I'll go into one of my like Google Docs, make the notes, kind of look at the order of things, sit again, say, is anything else need to come forward? Is there anything like a tool or a story I want to put in here? And then I have already pre-set up my recording space. So when it is all landed and I'm like, yes, I'm ready. The inspiration's hot. I get this feeling of like, give me the mic. Let's do this. I go upstairs. I basically, if you really want to know, I fill up my water, I go pee, I go into my office and I hit record. And here we are. So again, this isn't just a random story about my podcast. This applies to all of us, grounding down before rising up, bringing an intention, centering your energy before you go into your workday, before you go into your parenting, or to recenter yourself in the day when we get thrown off. This isn't just about business or podcasting. This is about life. And who you are being is the success formula. It's the energetic formula. It's the physical strategy formula. It's all of it. And we live in a world, whether it's about your personal goals, transformation, or you have a business, we live in a world that focuses so much on what you are doing, what you are accomplishing. You can put into ChatGPT or wherever, be like, give me a 20-step plan to success, and do. There's all the doings, there's all the steps, right? Fine, cool, awesome. It's not, though, just about what you are achieving and about, if everybody did these 10 steps, do you think everybody would end up a millionaire in the end of that time? Maybe not, because it's not just what you're doing. It's not just what you're producing. It's who you're being while you're doing it. It's for somebody like you're living a life of meaning. So whether you have a business or, as I say, it's your own personal transformation or relationship goals, how you want to feel in your life, That is a being thing, not exclusively a doing thing. The doing is important. We're going to talk about that too. But underneath it, the fertile soil, the roots that grow the tree, underneath what you are doing is who you're being. And who I'm being shines through my episodes, shines through if I'm, hosting a meditation class or on the retreat I hosted or an Instagram reel. Who I'm being is what needs to lead. And I follow that up with strategy. And the same with in my life, with my pain healing journey, in my body loving, eating disorder recovering, self-love journey, all of it, it's the same. Who I am being behind the things that I am doing. So when we are showing up exhausted, resentful, disconnected, whether it's to our exercise class or our business or our children or whatever, and the difference or contrasted is when we show up grounded, present, clean energy, open, right? So whatever you're doing, the action may look the same. The exercise class, the business post, hosting a meditation circle. If I'm showing up hosting a meditation class and I'm personally exhausted, resentful, and disconnected from myself or my business or my life, that's going to be a different special type of meditation class, right? Versus coming grounded and present and excited and open. So the action can look the same, but who you are being is the difference. Who you are being when you go on a walk, if you're like, I've done many workouts and walks and boot camps from a lens of hating myself back in the day and pushing myself and ridiculing myself, or I could do something now where I'm like loving myself and I'm doing crazy shit in yoga going like, yes, good job. Holy crap, look at you. Those are two different energies. The experience is completely different. So your energy is your greatest asset. Whether you're in the boardroom, you're in a dating, in your dating life, in your friend circle, in your, working environment, in your personal goals, in the gym, in what you see for your life, who you are being and your energy is your greatest asset. Without getting like, I love to go woo-woo and I could go woo-woo all day, but even just practically and logically, when there's someone who emanates like a joy or a light, or even just that really nice man on the block that's always like, oh, life is good, even if it's pouring rain, like whoever it is, those people have a special energy. They have a sparkle. And something my dad shared with me when I was really young, and I feel like it applies here. He was saying that in your life, like in general, you want to, be nice to people and not burn bridges. And I was really young. So he's saying this, appropriate for a child, the way he's saying it. You want to be nice to people. Basically, you don't want to be a dick, except he didn't say that. And he said, first of all, treating people nice is just, you never know what someone's going through. And then he used the example of, and also you never know in life when you need a hand and maybe you're stranded on the side of the road and you have a flat tire and somebody drives by you who could help you and you're in the rain and it's at night and whatever, but you've been like curmudgeonous and mean and resentful toward them forever. You've been mean to them, whatever it is. They're not going to want to help you, right? But whereas if you walk around like generally trying to be nice to people, be helpful, you never know when you also need help. And then someone's like, oh, hey, yeah, no problem. You can borrow my phone, or I'll help you call a tow truck, or hey, I have extra tire, just generally wanting to help. So it's not that we do this so that in return we get help, but it's almost a good like general, it's a good example of who you are really does dictate your entire life, because you could be a like deca millionaire, but if you're cruel and mean to people, how truly fulfilled and happy are you going to be? So it's not that you can't create something from meanness or there's lots of people out there that are super rich that probably don't have the greatest intentions, but for people like you and I, we are looking to live, yes, abundantly, successfully, living in freedom, but we also want authenticity and real connection and meaning and joy and those things that really make us feel like we are living life. So if you've spent your whole life being unkind to people, you're just going to keep getting that back, right? And that is the law of attraction, but it's in practicality. It's really real. The person who's been rude to you your whole life, you're not as able to even connect with them, but even compliment them or lend them a hand or whatever, because energy is real. You train people how to treat you. So the energy you're putting out will help you be successful or not, will help you to move forward in your life and create joy. So I want to talk a little bit more about that, about how your energy creates your experience. And this is where the conversation does connect to manifestation. And you guys know I've talked about manifestation forever, but even in the last year, if you really look back, or the last 8, 10, 12 months, if you look back in even the titles, I'm not really talking about manifestation anymore, because it's not about trying to manifest something. Manifestation is the natural byproduct of who you are being. Manifestation is just the word for creation. But who you are being is what's creating it, right? So are you quote unquote manifesting well-being, joy, health, connection, or not? So manifestation is, being that version of yourself, which then in turn creates more energy of that, creates connections of that. And yes, we get angel numbers or synchronistic events, but it's not about the synchronistic events and about trying to control an outcome. It's the reflection of who you be. So that's why I don't talk about manifestation as much anymore, because it's less useful to talk about the 5 steps to manifest and more helpful to talk about how to sparkle from the inside out, how to naturally become a match for success and abundance and, joy and purpose and all of that. It is who you be. So who you are being impacts your experience. Your energy is your greatest asset. It affects your relationships. It affects the opportunities, the choices, the people around you. Your energy speaks before you do. So the version of you, I want you to take a second. You can close your eyes if you safely can, or you absolutely don't have to. Please don't if you're driving or walking. Think about the version of you living what you would say right now is like the dream, or in 5 years, in 2 years, in 10 years, like that dream life. It doesn't have to be over the top if that's not what you see. That simple, free, fulfilling, purpose-filled dream life. That version of you, even if they've created a business or they've created something external, something that's on their heart, that version of you is probably living in a sense of freedom, a sense of purpose, a relationship with life, feeling healthy in whatever that means to you. They're probably not depleted. They're probably not constantly over hustling and abandoning themselves. They're probably not running on empty all the time. They're probably not saying yes, yes, yes at like the expense of yourself. They're more grounded, and you may have other words for it, but I have a feeling that that version of you is more grounded, more alive, more inspired in spirit, more connected, because they have energy to give. They've learned how to receive, and they've learned how to deeply nourish themselves. And this is where we really come back to the self-care conversation. It just weaves in. This is looking after yourself. That is what nurtures your energy. So if your energy is the most important thing, if your energy walks into a room, into the boardroom, into the conversation you're having with clients, or when you're pitching your thing, or you're going to the yoga class, your energy walks in first. So when you are looking after yourself, that creates and emanates a certain sparkle. And within yourself, when you're looking after yourself, you start to feel, it's so almost simple. I want you to hear this. When you look after yourself, you start to feel taken care of. You start to feel looked after. When you are looking after your body with simple hygiene or simple movement, drinking more water, simple little things, you start to feel more taken care of. That feeling after a good night's sleep, when you went to bed early or whatever happened, that you had such a good night's sleep, you wake up feeling different. It's not about like, just trust me, if you do this, you're going to manifest everything. It's very straightforward. When you look after yourself, you feel taken care of. You are the foundation of everything you're doing. And from this place, for those of you like me, that this stuff is important and, it's what I'm after, your intuition gets clearer. Your creativity comes back. You feel inspired in spirit, whether that's to like rearrange your home, create a Zen space, start a thing, close a thing, travel, expand. You feel free to expand. I actually have a saying that just dropped in that's better than the other saying, but you can't expand from an empty cup, right? That's what I want to say. Because the more capacity we have inside, the more capacity we have for big things, for other people, for dealing with things, navigating, ongoing healing, going after big goals. When we are looking after ourselves, we are more intuitive, we're more patient, we're more creative, and our nervous system softens. We have more capacity to ground down, to rise up. So we practice more nervous system stuff, which then when we start to get the call to be like, okay, we're feeling regulated, let's get back in the ring, let's do the scary thing, you have more capacity for that because you're not already burnt out. So this doesn't ever have to be expensive retreats or like an elaborate morning routine. It's so fucking simple. We just need to do it. Sometimes it's drinking water. Sometimes it's going outside. As I shared with you with the podcast ritual, sometimes just taking a minute, like 30 seconds or 90 seconds with your face in the sun or looking at your flowers or looking at the birds, looking at the sky, being in the rain. These things shift our energy. Drinking water, going outside, taking care of your body, a workout, a run, a walk, resting, eating something nourishing, taking actual time off, doing things that remind you to breathe, that remind you to sink in, whether it's 30 seconds or a whole weekend. These things say, my needs matter. That's you putting your needs mattering into action. That's where action becomes what kind of solidifies it. So grounding down to rise up, realizing your energy comes first. It doesn't mean that you put yourself above your kids and you're neglecting them because mom's meditating. It's not extreme like that. It's coming home to yourself. It's grounding. It's taking those deep breaths and all the examples that I've said. Letting this really land, realizing you are important. And that oomph you feel after a good night's sleep or a beautiful meditation or doing something for you, a walk in nature, and then you take that into what you're doing, what you're creating, that is magnetism. That is unstoppable, inspired life force. Whether you're going into your parenting or into your corporate job or into your business, whatever it is, that energy is like, not only magnetic, but people notice it. People are moved by it. Whether it's your children or your audience, people are led by it. That's your light. So I want to give you that reminder today. Ground down to rise up. Energy first. It's like an energy first strategy, right? So I want you to just take a second, whatever you're doing, take a deep breath with me, okay? And let this really land. You are a human being, not a human doing. Your worth is not measured by simply what you accomplish or how productive you look. The energy you bring into life is your magic. That's what we want. That's what we see. That's what we need. Your real, uncut, unfiltered, real ass energy. That's what we need in this world. Your true self, the self that is built up from the inside and then overflows into life and gives and loves and shares and also knows when to retreat and ground down to fill up your own cup so you can share it with us again. So take another deep breath. The energy you bring into this life matters. Your needs matter. Your body matters. Your well-being matters. When you take care of yourself, you feel taken care of. You fill up your cup and your inspiration and your zest for life does start to come back online. But when it's not there and we're pushing forward anyway at the expense of ourselves, it will only lead to burnout, to crashing, coming back to this place where you go, fine, I'll look after myself. So let's do that today. It's your day today to honor yourself in your energy, in your practices, in your daily routine. You don't have to become less available or a recluse. You actually become more available when you take time for yourself. You become more loving, more creative, a bigger capacity to hold other people's energies or do what you came here to do. So ground down to rise up. The roots of the tree are what allows it to grow. So I want you to ask yourself right now, what would support my energy? What would help me come back to myself? What would make me feel a little bit more alive or taken care of from exactly where you are? With the day you have, the money you have, the schedule you have, it starts now. Your energy is your greatest asset, and you are worth that. Your dream vision is you looking after yourself so deeply that you're sparkly and magnetic and healthy and free and living your life. So I'm so excited for you to take this into your day. And if you want support in this is exactly what I do. You can reach out anytime to inquire about mentorship. Below are the links to Instagram or my email. You can reach out there and I can let you know what I have going on. Other than that, thank you so much for being here in this episode and for continuing on your own journey of self-care and healing and growth and overcoming and recovering and all the things you're doing. It is so important and it inspires others. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next episode. Namaste, friend.